Hello everybody, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining me tonight for another stream. Apologies I couldn't make, well I say I couldn't make, I could have made it, I just didn't. Apologies I didn't do a stream on Friday last week. I was in a little bit of a colouring slump, so I did a load of puzzles instead. But welcome to everyone in chat already. Welcome Angie and Shannon, finally getting a capture live for your first time. Thanks for joining us, Shannon. Hi Paulina and Kimberlyn. Sorry you've had a rough day. Hopefully I can help brighten it even just a tiny bit. But have a safe drive, okay? Need a new retirement job. Oh gosh, yeah. It is stressful. Teaching, very stressful. Hiya Millie, welcome in. Thanks for joining. I have got my pencils ready to go here. I'm actually fairly organised for stream tonight. It felt weird colouring on Friday without your stream. Yeah. Oh, I promised myself when I started streaming that I would never force myself to stream if I wasn't feeling it, because I think it does reflect like on the quality, and you want to be having a good time, and so do you watching it. And yeah, I could have forced myself, but I thought no, I'm just gonna continue doing this puzzle. Hiya Joe, welcome, and hi Amanda, hello from France, en français. Right, not sure whether to start with the flowers or the leaves. I'm going to just grab my marker that I based the flowers with and colour in the one on the left here, because I do like colouring the little objects on the opposite page, which is why I tend to use water-based markers rather than alcohol markers in this book, just so I can enjoy colouring these little images. Usually it's just something on the page itself. There we go. Posting on the big telly but editing on my phone at the same time, so I'll chip in when I feel the urge. No worries, Joe. I tend to do editing whilst watching other people's videos because, ugh, editing. Not sure if it's on my end, but you have a bit of static every so often. Is anyone else experiencing that? Sometimes it gets a bit funny on the stream and then it will sort itself out eventually. But yeah, connection seems to be okay. Oh, Angie's colouring a page in Halloween. Nice. Nice. Still getting those Halloween pages coloured. I did colour a few on that first weekend. Yeah, I thought I'd go back and... I say I usually colour them. Didn't colour them on the dragonfly page. Apparently I didn't feel like it. And I have no idea what pencils, what colours I used for these flowers, so I don't think that that will ever get coloured in. Do I have another one? Not there. Ah, the bee. Yeah, I did the one on the bee. I was pretty sure I did them before. Right, I think I might start with the leaves. I feel like getting in the leaf zen as we are all chatting. So for the leaves, I've got permanent green olive and earth green yellowish. Ooh, Shannon's colouring in spooky too. I keep meaning to colour in that, but I'm kind of prioritising all my buddies first. Trying to get all them done before I do anything extra, although I have started one page. Me and one of my friends decided last night Halloween can be all year long. He's depressed that Halloween is over. Yeah, it does feel like just when you're getting into it, it's over. And yeah, people are in the Christmas mode now. I'm not in Christmas mode yet. Not at all, but yeah, still in the mood to colour a few more pumpkins. My mum saw I was colouring the double page pumpkin spread from Jardin à l'Anglaise, the English Gardens book by Gail Lottier. It's a Marabou book. And she saw I was colouring it. She goes, "It's the wrong season for pumpkins. It's not pumpkin season anymore. It's just October." And I was like, "No, pumpkins are for all of autumn." I'm still in the mood for pumpkins. Hi, Tara. Welcome in. Do you always stream on a Wednesday or am I tripping? I do, usually. Wednesday and Friday, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Recognise so many awesome people in here. Yeah, we got a nice bunch in the stream. Lovely bunch. Some who are on YouTube, some are just kind of regular chatters. And hello and welcome to all of the lurkers here. Thank you for joining. Thought it was just Friday for some reason. Yeah, Amanda, you were here with us last week when I streamed on Wednesday. In fact, I think you're here most weeks when I stream on Wednesday. When I first started streaming, I was like, okay, it's definitely going to be every Friday, and then I might do a Wednesday as well. And then immediately I've done every Wednesday and Friday, pretty much. Hi Alicia, welcome. Thanks for joining. Love how the page is coming along. Thank you very much. Probably Butch. Tara's just watched Paulina's video. What was I doing? Oh, I've been having a bit of a recording day today, so I haven't really done much colouring, so it'll be good to get this one done. Yeah, I recorded the RJ flip through that is up on the channel now. I recorded and edited Whips of the Week, which was going to go out today, but then I received RJ Hampson's new book and thought, nope, need to flip through this and upload that today instead. So that will be up tomorrow. And that's started to film a new kind of hashtag tackle little pages and started recording that. I'm about halfway through. I wrote out a list of all of the authors I have of the books, and yeah, just about halfway through. I've got ticks up to there, and then I had to go pick up my mum and dad from work because my mum's car failed. My dad called me as I was in the middle of recording, and I was like, okay, answer the call, pause the recording. He goes, "Can you pick us up? The clutch doesn't work." And I was like, what have you done? The stack sounds the same as last time. Might it be a microphone issue? I don't know. I don't have a microphone. Maybe I should invest in one. But I don't know how that would work using my phone. Yeah, I mean, it is the live, to be honest. Live streams just kind of reduce the quality of the recording completely. When I did my first ever live, I streamed straight from YouTube, and the quality of that was terrible, and it's much better now streaming through OBS. But I am tempted to get myself a cheap webcam or something just for live streaming, because I don't want to film videos on a camera and then have to edit them externally. I like doing it all on my phone, but I think for live streams, just to improve the quality of that a little bit more, I have to look up some cheapish little webcams on YouTube, not YouTube, Amazon. Amanda, do you still have pregnancy brain? Nah, just Amanda brain. That's I need to get my channel started. I just don't know what to do for a first video. a good first video. My first video was my month before's completed pages, and that was my first video. So often people will start with a monthly completed pages, or even like a colouring book collection. That's a good one to start with, to like get to know you. Yeah, there's no shortage of video ideas, that's for sure. I've been really loving all of the colouring book confessions tag. I did that, uploaded it, when was it, Monday? And so many people have done it since, so that's been a lot of fun watching all of them. I haven't watched them all yet, it's been a lot all at once, but yeah, getting my way through them. They are. It's a really great hashtag that Shelley created. And I tell you what, I was in disbelief when she tagged me in the initial video. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in the calibre of YouTubers that Shelley would tag me. I was like, thank you, Shelley. I couldn't believe it. About to watch the new RJ flip from you, then I got the delightful surprise of you being live. No worries, you got that. Continue the colouring bumblebee fun after the live's finished. Tara's got 6 new books coming today. Love that, Tara. What are you getting? I had 2 arrive today. I was like, hang on, I had 3 parcels. I bought myself a puzzle. It was £1 on Vinted. How could I say no? It's a really cool Zodiac puzzle with gold foiling, so I might do that tomorrow after work, and then potentially put the puzzle board away for a little while. Yeah, I got 2 books today, including RJ Hampson's new book. So looking forward to colouring in both of those. You want the new RJ book and the new Dragonlings book? Yeah, the Dragonlings book looks great. It's just Jasmine Beckett Griffith is not for me. And that's absolutely fine. Not every artist is for everyone. And you know what? Saves me that money. The 4 books I ordered from Vinted arrived today. One of them is a Japanese Disney book. Ooh, that's a great find, Angie. I'd love to get one of those Japanese Disney books, but I just don't know which one I'd want. And they're all so stunning. Like, it's hard to pick one. And they all kind of look similar, like the covers in a way. Was trying to do a no buy for the rest of the year, but I was in Walmart the other day and saw Love in Dystopia. Nice, Millie. Hi, Vera, welcome. Your confessions video will be up Friday. Look forward to watching that then. Amanda's got the pastel tint set. Oh, I missed a comment. I jumped down. Bluetooth or through the charge port for mic. DJI Mini is a good mic. Yeah, I feel like if I get a mic, I might as well get a new, like a camera specifically for live streaming, because that should okay mic with it to reduce the quality issues I have with lives. Does it have any of the Castle Art pencil sets? What do you think of them? I have them. They are fine for budget pencil, but I prefer my Artex. I do like the pastels and the metallics. Amanda's got the pastel tint set. I have the Harmonious set. Not sure if I'd necessarily recommend them as like to anyone, but it's supplementary set, I will say. But I have heard great things about the Castle Arts. I know lots of people like them for a cheaper set of pencils. Tara's gonna tag yourself after watching Lauren's video. Nice. You used to use the Blue Yeti mic, but my son stole it when he decided he wanted to be a YouTuber for a week during summer, lol. Oh, bless him. I was thinking of a collection video. I don't do enough pages in a month to do completed pages. Shannon, you could do like a quarterly one. I know some people do like every other month or quarterly completed pages, so combine a bunch of pages into one for those that don't colour as much. So those are fun. Hannah Carza, Maria Troll, Lulu. What else did I buy? I think I'm buying things in my sleep. Yeah. I told myself no more new books, but I need to get the fun winter ones coming out. So I've retracted my promise to myself. you know what, it doesn't count if it's for a purpose, surely. Like, if you don't have any winter books, you need some, so it's got a purpose. Yeah, I have another one coming tomorrow. Then I do think that will be it for this month. I'm not expecting any more books this month. And then the only other book for the rest of the year, potentially, is the new Lydia Fenwick one, which I've pre-ordered. That will be right at the end of the year. I'll get that. But yeah, I can show you what I received today, actually. Ugh. So, R. Jason's Winter Wonder and Colour Me Christmas. We did, I'll give you guys a quick flip. We looked at this last stream, talking about the Cider Mill Press books. This one's by Ella Jarzabek. I have no idea how to pronounce that. We were looking at the preview images and I was like, this is not for kids. This is not for kids. Because look at the pages, they are super detailed. Like, I don't know if I trust a child with that. But they are so cute, and it's the exact same kind of art style as the creepy kawaii Halloween one. So yeah, I'm going to really enjoy colouring in this next month. And it's also got some nice wintry pages, so I could colour it post-Christmas as well. I love every single page. It's just like the creepy kawaii Halloween. I love every page in that book. Love every page in this book. Definitely a new staple. Look at that one. Oh, so cute. Yeah, I think I might do a little flip through of, like, I mean, actually, I'm going to be sharing these books soon in videos anyway, so I won't bother. Oh, look at that one. I love all the cats. They're so cute. Oh, look at that one with the bunnies baking. Oh, that's so cute. And, like, why are we labelling this as for kids? Cider Mill Press. I need to have words with your marketing team. Because I'd argue this is more detailed than the Halloween one. Although, I don't know if you could label that book as for kids, considering one of the pages has a pool of blood on it. Like, limbs falling off. But yeah, really do recommend this. If you really like the creepy kawaii Halloween book, this is exactly that, but for Christmas. Definitely recommend that one. You started using your Polly's 24 set and now I want the full set. Down that full set syndrome. Angie, I overcome that by just buying the full set outright for a majority of the time. The only exceptions to that are the Inktense pencils, which I've been buying open stock slowly over time, and the Neocolor 2s. I'm keeping my eye on Casa and Cult pens to see if any of them do like a Black Friday sale, and then I might get some more open stock. There's a couple of Polychromos pencils I'm running low on. I want to get replacements for as well. I only have 5 and I don't like them too much. 5 winter/Christmas books, I mean. That's fair enough, Amanda. I'm going to be doing all my Christmas colouring pages video soon. I think next week, maybe. That's when I'll try and get it done. I've already started, like, going through my collection a little bit. I've got so many videos. I've got a few in the bank. I think you're going to have daily uploads for a few days. Because there's just so many that I've got. Why did I only discover colouring in the past 2 months? Where have I been? Literally, Tara. Like, I think starting colouring is quite overwhelming, especially when you're starting colouring and you're in the, like, social media sphere. Like, it took me a couple of months to sort of find Instagram after starting colouring. But, yeah, it's kind of that thing where you just fall completely in love with it. I think that's the case for a lot of us. Although somehow I did have a lot of self-restraint when I first started colouring. Probably also to do with the fact that my funds weren't as established. I didn't have a job because I just finished I was just finishing my teacher training, and then I didn't have a job until late October, so I didn't have the biggest of funds after being a student for 5 years at that point. So maybe that was why I didn't have as many colouring books. And then now I'm like, oh, I like this. Let's just buy it. I can afford it. Why not? But yeah, I think I am good for Christmas books now. I'm holding off buying any more Christmas books. Because I think, well, got 2 new ones. So I think it's 8 or 9 like Christmas specific books. There's quite a few in my collection, and I do want to colour a page of it, or at least a page in all of them. Hi Kaz, welcome in, and hi Michelle, welcome to you both. Yeah, sorry for enabling. Is it me or stream frozen? Okay, yeah, just one person, that's okay. Hiya Adriana, welcome. You already flagged all the Christmas pages of mine. I was thinking about you, Pauline, and I was like, oh, you're going to do all your Christmas pages in your Asian books again? Because I'd love to see that. Went through my collection today for Christmas/winter pages for that video, and I've just ordered 3 more books that will come tomorrow, so I'll have enough books to show. Lol. Nice. Which ones did you get, Amanda? That's all I think about. I'm colouring in my dreams. Literally, I wake up and I'm like, oh, right, get to the desk, get the colouring. I'm at work and I'm like, right, come on, let's finish work so I can get home and get colouring. Hiya Gemma, welcome in, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. I have no restraint, lol. I think my biggest self-restraintness this year was not buying Maria Troll's Christmas book from iMusic. I saw a flip through and I wasn't in love with it. And I thought I can wait until the English version where it's a little bit cheaper to get then. So that's what I've decided to do. I mean, I may decide to just leave it off completely, but I may change my mind if I see a bunch of completed pages this year. So that was like quite self-restrainty. I don't even know what I'm saying. Those aren't words. That used quite a lot of self-restraint. There we go. That's grammar. I just want to colour everything. Well, honestly, the biggest issue for colourists is so many pages, so little time. You do not have enough time to colour everything that you want when you want to. But that's that. That's life. Right, if I missed any... Oh, yep. Some stems there. I coloured a poppy yesterday for Remembrance Day. Let me grab it. Let me grab it because, oh my gosh, I loved colouring it so much. It was my first page in Floribunda year. Oh, just got the little pop-up that my laptop needs to be plugged in. I need to do that straight away, otherwise I will forget. Oh, come on, plug. There we go. You bought the Maria Troll Christmas book just cause that's, yeah, I mean, it does look cute and I do love it. I wasn't wowed, so I thought I could wait on that. Vera's tired, going to bed with a book and fall asleep after reading 5 pages. No worries, Vera. Take care. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday in the stream. I just pre-ordered the English version. I need to figure out how to get my hands on books that are not in Amazon US yet. So Lyrica.com is the place to get your French books, in my opinion. Or you've also got Amazon France. Sort of price it out, see which is cheaper. Because with shipping, sometimes it's cheaper to go Amazon France, sometimes it's cheaper to go Lyrica. For Japanese books, I always go Amazon Japan. And Korean books, I go Aladdin. And then any Swedish, like Scandinavian books, iMusic is the place to get them. No Troll is a must buy for me, but I'm not going to get the new R.J. Hampson at the moment, as I haven't worked in the ones I have enough. Yeah, I didn't let myself get any this year. It was my first R.J. Hampson I bought this year. One, because I do quite like Lost in Time, but I just, again, I wasn't like amazed, wowed, loved it. I quite liked it, and I thought, I haven't coloured in all of them yet. Let's wait until I've coloured them all. Then I did, and I thought, nah, still don't want it. So, but Winter Wonder, I was like, yes, immediately. Yeah, this is the poppy I coloured for Remembrance Day yesterday. I just loved it. Loved every second of it. I really took my time with it and layered up Polychromos. And really loved the colour combo, which I do. I've recorded in the back of the book here. So I'm going to do this for all of the months. Have different flowers and record down my colour combos so I can come back to this as like a reference, because they've got exactly 12 blank pages at the back. Some are lined and some aren't, but yeah, so I was kind of taking the colours from that to bring to my poppy here. Yeah, I'm glad I finally got my first page coloured in Layla Julie's book, because oh yes, I love the art style and I really enjoyed the colouring process. And that's what it's all about. Here's one of my dad's 3D printed pencil extenders. So he did this first one and it's good, but the kind of indent is a bit too far down, so he decreased it. And then he did this one where it's got to be, but so it's okay to hold, it's not too bad. And then you did another one where it's indented. This one's perfect. I love it. Really cute. And yeah, you just slide your pencil in. Works perfectly for my Polychromos. Doesn't fit the Prismacolors, but that's okay. I have other ways of extending those. I just stick them on a bit of dowel. Thanks, I'm going to go bankrupt. I mean, just, it's hard when you're first starting out, because you're like, oh, there's so many books out there and you see all these people with huge collections, but just kind of slowly get there. My advice would be, and if I could go back to myself and tell myself this advice, it would be look at collections of authors, or illustrators I should say, and pick one or two. Pick your favourite from them. Colour in that, and then if you like it, grab another and sort of test out different artists and see which ones you like, which ones you don't like, which ones you love, which ones you like but not as much. Because when I started, I just went all in on Johanna Basford, and I kind of wish I'd spread the love a little bit more when I first started. But these colouring book confessions tags are really, really, really great for people starting out colouring and getting a feel of what colouring books are out there. And hearing different people's opinions on different books. It's really good. Really great tag. Rather than just going, okay, here's all the books. Which is also fun. Well, apparently 2 of my books aren't coming tomorrow, one Saturday and one Monday. That's with Prime. Oh, that's so annoying. Hiya, Laurie. Welcome in. Dad Bumblebee merch, literally. Yeah. he was actually saying to me like, oh, if anyone wants the file for it, I'll send it. And I was like, I'm like, not being funny, Dad, I don't think anyone who watches my channel has a 3D printer. Like, it's quite niche, quite expensive. He got his for free. Like, he had a friend who I think had 2 or something, and he gave him one. And yeah, he loves playing around with it. They are amazing pencil extenders. I was like, could you do me some more, please? Because they're great. I love them. And these ones are easy. The fact that you just pop your pencil in rather than with these where you've got to rotate them around. And it's like the perfect depth. It really does work well. And I think when it gets super, super short is when I'll put them in here, like this one. I'm not sure how well... I mean, you can, but then it gets quite difficult to pull it out. So I'll try and put the slightly longer ones in there, and then the short ones in that one. But it means that, because I only had these 2 ball, and now I've got 5 extenders that I can use at once, and I do have a lot of little pencils. I only started again 3 months ago, and it is so hard not to buy them all, but really you need to colour in them. I spend more time collecting and looking at my books and colouring. There's nothing wrong with that, Amanda, though. Like, it's what brings you joy. And for some people, having, like, getting a quick burst of loads of colouring books all at once and, like, having those huge hauls, that brings them so much joy. And I'm like, you go for it. If you can afford it, it's not going to bankrupt you, it's not going to put you in financial ruin. You buy those books if you want to buy them. Some people will give themselves restrictions of like, okay, this is my budget for the month. I'll try not to spend over that. And other people will buy books and try and colour in them as they arrive, and won't let them buy new books unless they've coloured in their existing ones. I think that's a really great thing to do. And once I've got my colouring book, untouched books list under control, I think that's what I'll start doing, sort of at some point next year. I feel like I've coloured in so many previously untouched books recently, but it's still not giving much of a dent because I keep buying more, and that's the trouble. One of my favourite things is to just look at all my books. It's so inspiring. Yeah, it's so nice to just flip through them and be like, oh, look at all of these. I mean, some pages you generally have no idea how you would approach colouring them, but admiring them, just looking at them, just, yeah, that brings joy. I think I wish I'd started with Hannah Carr's and Maria Troll. Their pages are so approachable. Yeah, I wish I'd... It took me quite a while to get my first Maria Troll, and I don't know why. But it is definitely one that I'd recommend to beginners. Because I think what's great about Maria Troll is that there aren't any confusing details. It's very clear what's going on. Which makes it, I think, good for beginners, because you don't have to worry about like, oh, what are these details? I can't distinguish what's what. Nothing wrong with it, but colouring my books would bring me more joy. I just recorded another haul with 39 books in it since my last haul. Ooh, fun. I just love watching people's hauls and them getting excited about books. But I mean, yeah, you know best. Like, if you're starting to feel stressed by your untouched books, then yeah, put a pause on buying, or try to. Try to if you can. Hiya Amy, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's gone okay. I have so many Joanna books and another coming today. I want everything. Tara, that's how I started colouring. Oh, let me grab my... Let me just show you, for example. Oh, it's at the bottom of a stack of things. My journal from last year, where I can show you my collection. This was my first 6 months of colouring. And nope, that wasn't. I was like, that's not right. This was my first 6 months of colouring, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 17 books were Johanna Basford. So yeah, definitely really enjoyed my Johanna Basford. And it's funny, like now I rarely colour in them, but that's okay. You just change as you develop. Because when I first started, I didn't like, or I say I didn't want to colour Hannah Carson. I just thought, it's not for me. And the more I saw it, the more I was like, yeah, actually, I like this. And that's happened to me with a lot of illustrators. Like I've just started colouring in and getting Camilla de Erico's books. I really love them. They're so much fun. And who knows, maybe next year there'll be another artist that has existed forever and I only just started adding to my collection. I'm filming a haul video tomorrow after my shipment comes in. I also bought a planner so I can pay more attention to what I have, what I've coloured in and what I want to colour in. Planners, oh, I could not survive without my journal. When did I start it? I started with a really tiny, like cheap, like just notebook. I've got it here. Ooh. This little notebook here was my first ever journal, and I started it in September 2022. That's when I started dating my pages, and I started in June. And I literally just wrote down the pages, the book and the page I coloured, didn't put anything else. And then I started writing down all my buddy colours. And yeah, barely coloured in December that year. And yeah, I just had this little flimsy thing. And this lasted me for quite a while actually. It just started falling apart on me, the journal itself. Like the binding was coming apart and I thought, if I use it much longer, look at all that. If I use it much longer then it will fall apart. But yeah, just having something you can record it down, especially buddy colours or plans of pages is really good. I've just destashed 3 of my books because they didn't bring me joy and I dislike colouring them. No, that's great, Amy. I think it is good to go through your collection and be like, okay, haven't touched this in a while. One that I'm on the fence, in fact, I'm on the fence about 2 books. Cozy Spaces by Radiance and Some Friends Morning Scribbles books. I love them both. They are gorgeous artwork. I've got nothing against the artwork. I just do not feel drawn to colour them in the slightest. I think I kind of look at, that's how I destash books. I'm like, okay, I like the artwork. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't like the artwork. But would I take time out of my colouring schedule to colour in this book? I don't think so, so get rid of it. Although there are some where that's the case, like some of my early Johanna books, but because it's got my early colouring in there, I don't think I'd ever destash it, just because I like it for the collection purposes. But ones that don't have that sentimental value, get gone. Get gone. I'm not stressed by untouched books. I just hate buying books I know I don't like just because I feel I need it, especially when I don't, if it's in a bundle and a little bargain, I can't help myself. Vinted is dangerous. It's a dangerous place. I scroll through and I find a great bargain and I'm like, oh, I want to buy this. And I'm like, no, I have that book. I just get so excited by bargains. Oh my gosh. If Vinted had existed when I first started colouring, that's where all my books would have been from. Really would. And even now, I'm like checking on there for like older book series and finding things and I'm like, oh yeah, get some good bargains. And why not? Why not save a few pounds by getting it from Vinted? The thing I find most frustrating is when you see a stunning book and then discover it's out of print. Literally, Michelle Jo Piggy Pens at the end of her colouring book confessions tag video, she said, what's your holy grail colouring book? And two of mine are Tomislav Tomic books, and then the other one is a Korean book called The Day We Finally Meet. It's got a purple cover and like squirrels on it. It's so cute. Don't know if I'd ever get that one though, just because it's hard to get, and the fact that it's Korean and it's out of print just makes it even harder. What pencils are you using? Polychromos. I've got the colours for the Ram and the Rock that I used last week in the description already, and I will pop these ones in the description once this video is done. It won't take me too long at all. Yeah, these leaves are almost done. Just going to go down and do this grass at the bottom. I'm desperately seeking soulmates. Have spirit animals by Hannah Carson. I found one for £182. Ugh. It's the fact that literally only 2, 3, 4 months ago, like it was this year, you could just buy it right now off Amazon, £12, whatever it is, and now suddenly it's gone. Have you tried checking for different languages, Amy? Because I know people have had success finding seasons published as Tidebook. So try looking for it in a different language. Though I think Soulmates is the different language, and then Spirit Animals was the English edition. So yeah, it is. I'm sure you'll find it, Amy. I'm sure you will. Just keep looking. Someone will be selling it for a non-ridiculous price. I have a plan to colour in almost every book next year. I think that will tell me if I want to keep all of them or not. That's a great idea, Kimberlyn. Vintage is dangerous for my supplies too. Yeah, yep. I've been tempted by Morning Scribbles, but I thought about it and don't believe it was for me. I kind of bought it because there was the Frogs and Friends colour along, and I kind of got swept up in that. The same with the Cozy Spaces one. There was a Cozy Spaces colour along, and sort of first starting out and getting swept up in the joy of colouring along and being part of a group like that, whereas now I'm in quite a lot of groups and quite a lot of colour alongs, and I don't have the time for them all. I don't feel the need to keep those books. Want to know buy? But I bought Johanna's new wall calendar, weekly planner, and the wonderful wildflowers. That's absolutely fine, Jen. Done that this year, Kimberlyn, and I'm set to do it even though I bought new books this year as well. Yeah, I've been enjoying your progress, Amy. You did that video where it's like, oh, the books that you've got to colour for the rest of the year. For me, the goal next year, I've got quite a few goals actually, but one goal is to colour in all of my Asian books, because I've got quite a few that are uncoloured, some that I haven't coloured in a while, and I want to colour a page in all of them. So that's goal number one. Goal number two is to get my untouched books to 0. The Disneyland Paris book you have is the prettiest I've ever seen. Oh, it's so stunning. You can get it from Lyrica. I've seen it on there. But yeah, I got mine in Disneyland Paris. It's amazing. I love it. Oh, you got a backup set of Arteza. Nice. Because those are hard to find, and I know you love your Arteza. Didn't realise Tomislav Tomic was out of print. Yeah, I didn't realise until I think I was at Zoe's looking through her colouring books, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think now I like, because initially I was like too overwhelmed by Tomislav Tomic, and I was like, no, not for me, too detailed, too much going on. And then when I did decide that I liked it, it was too late. So I feel like that's the trouble of starting colouring nowadays, the fact that some of these classic books, gorgeous books, are now out of print and hard to find. I feel like as a new colourist, you kind of like get that FOMO of literally fearing that you'll miss out on getting a colouring book before it's gone forever. I'm kicking myself for not jumping on all the Tomislav Tomic books when they were available. I really hope they reprint them. Yeah, it would be good if they reprinted them. I'm not a cats person. Everyone gets a pitchforks out when I say that, but I bought cats because it was half price at the local stationery store. Yeah, I don't like it when people don't like that people say they're not a cats person or they're not a dogs person. You like what you like. You're not saying you hate them. You're not saying you're against them. I mean, actually, some people do say they hate cats. I think that's a bit much. But it's like, you're allowed to have an opinion on an animal. Like, for me, I'm a cats person. I'm not a dogs person. I don't particularly like dogs. Doesn't mean I hate them. Doesn't mean that at all. I'm a cat person. And there's nothing wrong with that. Love to get Soulmates by Hannah Carlson. I hope she re-releases it at some point. Yeah, I don't know why they've suddenly become unavailable, because almost immediately after they became unavailable, people were really hunting for them, like, and lots of people. So there's clearly a market for it. And just makes you think that if you want any of Hannah Carlson's older series of books, so the non-Tales from series, the like bigger books, get them whilst you can, because it seems as though they all might be slowly becoming unavailable. So I don't know what would be next. Could be Summer Nights, it could be Magical Dawn. Maybe they did a final print some point this year and it's just like slowly, as they're becoming out of stock, that's it. I don't know how it works, but probably something similar to that. There we go. Completed Big Adventures next year too, which is exciting. Yeah, Amy, I can't wait to see that one completed. Due to complete that one and Lost and Found next year, and Kawaii Tarot, and a Colour by Number, maybe something else. So I think next year is going to be the year of completing books for me. I need to colour in my Japanese and Korean. I have them and love them. You paid £50 for Mouse Guard. Oosh. Yeah. Love and appreciate that one. Just my books I have, most people don't have. You're not a snake person. Laurie originally started in 2016, stopped in 2019. So many choices coming back into it with books and supplies, very overwhelming. Yeah, because 2016 it was just starting, and then 2019 it was booming. And it just keeps growing and growing, the colouring community, and there's just more and more books that people release. I'm shit at colouring animals. Fur is so hard. You're just mastering skin. If you can't tell, I don't like colouring animals realistically. I can't be bothered with all the tiny little flick. Nah, just colour them. I would colour any other object. That's how I treat animals. Colour them like they're anything else. Sometimes I might add a bit of flicking motion, but not crazy amounts. Nothing over top really. I want a Hannah Carlson book. I don't know which one I want though. Jewellery book is gorgeous. I mean, you can't go wrong, Jen, honestly. Each of them are gorgeous in their own right, and there's differences between them, but on the whole they are very consistent in style. Whereas I feel like with Maria Troll, she's had a bit of a change in style over the years. Like, her first book is very, very different to all of her other books. The Dream Reese. And Twilight Garden is quite different from Botanicum. Botanicum is quite different from Moon Valley. Moon Valley is very different from the newest Seasons book. Whereas Hannah Carlson, very, very consistent. Like one of the most consistent artists I think we have out there, to be honest. I actually want a cat, but I don't want to watch videos of cats or hear about other people's cats. And I don't want to colour loads of cats either. Oh, well, Lexi apologises for making her appearances. I also think it's how you brought up to. I grew up mostly around dogs and love them. I also love cats equally, yeah. I think, yeah, it does depend on what you grow up. Like, I did not grow up in a family that had dogs. I was a family that, we didn't have any in our house. I mean, we do now. But my grandma and my nan and granddad had cats when I was growing up. And none of my family had dogs. Right now, Spirit Animals is $494.69 used / acceptable, and $873 used / good. That is insane. I tell you what, I was having this conversation with Joe yesterday. It really bothers me. It bothers me. In fact, I think it was today actually, getting confused. Like, I'm such a non-greedy person. If I had, say, soulmates and I thought, okay, I'm not gonna colour in it. Ooh, people are selling them for quite a lot. I couldn't, in good faith, sell it for more than its RRP, for more than it's actually worth, because it just feels wrong to me. It's like people selling Colouring Heavens, which are just magazines at the end of the day. Not even great quality or anything. They're magazines that you could buy in a supermarket when they were in print. And just because they're sold out, you're selling them for 30, 40 quid. No. Sell them for the price that you paid for. Just get your money back and move on. Oh, it irks me so much. People are just greedy. They see that they can get away with charging ridiculous amounts for it, and they just do. And someone's clearly paying for it. I mean, the hundreds of pounds people... I can get the sort of 30, 40, 50 pound mark a bit. Yeah, and Joe was like, oh, do you do it out of principle or because you don't think the book's worth it? And I was like, a bit of both. Like, no book's worth really that much unless it was sold and made and it is that expensive. Like some books on Etsy, they are quality books made by the artist. They always have been that price, so that's fair enough. But when you're buying something secondhand, just charge the RRP. How hard is that? Just get your money back. I mean, most people don't even spend the RRP on books. Things are always discounted on Amazon. Like Soulmates, it's crazy how quickly it's gone up in price. People waited earlier this year, no problem, just on Amazon, boom. And now, no. Hundreds of pounds and dollars. Insane. Insane. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. That's bonkers money for Spirit Animals, it really is. Hiya Amy, welcome. Thanks for joining. I suck at videos, haven't mastered the editing aspect of it. Probably why my subscriber count is low. Laurie, I'll have to check you out. There's a few people in here tonight that I need to check out. Here, go to channel and I'll give you a sub. And the same with, wasn't it someone else? Tara. Woo, I'm your 100th subscriber. There you go, Laurie. And then let's go. I don't know if everyone can do this, but I just click on the name and it has go to channel. Don't think it works though in lives. As if they comment on videos. And I'll subscribe to Tara too. Da-da. There we go. 2 new subscribers there for you both. Oh, just 1, it's just me. But 2 for both of you. Adriana got Seasons on Vinted for €10 uncoloured and can't believe it till it's here. Yeah, it's like, is it actually uncoloured or is it not? I wish Kirby would do a fantasy and fairy book. I have 2 cats and they are the boss of me. Yeah, a fantasy book would be really cool with like I say mythical creatures. He's done several books on mythical creatures, but like fae fantasy ones, like little fairies, like dragons and kind of smaller creatures rather than the big ones. Grains of Gold is a not terrible selection of pages from spirit animals if you're in for a pinch. That's a good point, Millie. It's because they become considered collector's items. I mean, it's just a bloody book. Like, people are just greedy. I always love the books you can get that are painted on the edge of the pages, but I can't afford them. Lol. Yeah, I agree. Like the stunning, like painted, stunning. Yeah, love them. Someone was trying to sell them out on Vintage today. Had the works price sticker on it, and they were selling it for like £3 or £4 more than the RRP. It's like, come on, at least rip that off, idiot. Like, I saw, because I was browsing for puzzles, and I don't know if any of you are into puzzling, but there's a very popular YouTube channel called Karen Puzzles, and she's made her own Ravensburger puzzle. And I saw someone on Vinted selling this puzzle that she's created. It's not really old. She did it last year. And they put in the description, rare, hard to find, selling it for £45. I was like, let's go on Amazon. Yeah, £42 on Amazon. You'd think if you're selling something on Vinted, you'd at least look at how much it's going for on Amazon and then price from there. Like, you're getting something secondhand that someone's already used. Like, the whole point of getting something secondhand is to get a bargain, to get a good deal for it. If it was hard to find, then fair enough, but it isn't. You could buy it brand new for cheaper, and like right at that very moment. I was tempted to send them a message and be like, do you realise that you can just buy this new? It's not hard to find. Are you okay? Very well, completely unaware book is saying can be purchased for cheaper as well. Yeah, exactly. You sold yours for £2.50? Yeah. One of the books I de-stashed got damaged beyond repair by Every, unfortunately. Buyer and me got a refund. Yeah. It does seem that Vinted is a great place to sell from because there's protection for not just the buyer but the seller as well. So that is good, at least. Alright, let's get a little bit of grey for the flower petals. It's like, did you forget to engage brain and research pricing? Literally. Like, but like for me, I could never, like, is it because I'm a very sort of, I don't know how to say it, but with the Myers-Briggs personality scale, I'm the mediator, the very kind of empathetic, has a very like positive outlook on the world, like wishes for the best for things. Maybe it's because of that, and I just couldn't charge crazy amounts for things. £10, quit a day, move on. Right. Yeah. Alright, just got the poppy flowers left to go. I'm just going to do a bit of... Oh, it's so hard colouring these tiny little details. There we go. Quite surprised I got that, as I coloured in them, but only 1 or 2 pages. Do you sell books or anything like that on Vinted? I sell a lot on there, but always looking for people to find who wants to sell colouring bits and arts and crafts. Myself, not sell on lol. I haven't put anything yet. I think I will eventually. So I do have a little stack of books that I need to, but I would I think I would do a de-stash video and put it out to YouTube first, leave it a week or something, then put whatever's remaining on Vinted, because I'd rather go out to people in the YouTube world. I don't have the best selection of books. Like, there's a reason I'm destashing them. They're not going to be very popular ones at all, I'm afraid. So don't be expecting great things from a destash video, but yeah, just little somethings. Found a picture of me colouring on the couch when I was about 8. I really want to know what book it is, but I can't make it out, lol. That's so cute, Amanda. I didn't really colour as a kid. I had this conversation with my mum, and she was like, no, you weren't into colouring. And I was quite precious with supplies as a kid. Like art and craft kits. I loved the sound of them. I loved the look of them, but I was very hesitant to start them because I was very much aware of the fact that, okay, once it's done, you can't do it again. And then I'd never do it because I'd be so afraid of doing it and then enjoying it so much I couldn't do it again. That was just the kind of kid I was. Very, very aware that once it's gone, it's gone. Once you've done it, it's done. And I didn't like that idea. So yeah, it wasn't until I was an adult that I even got into colouring at all in the first place. Never did it as a child, really. Little bits here and there, but it wasn't a big thing for me as a child. Vinted isn't here in Canada, and I'm sad about that. Yeah, that's a shame. Vinted is really good. I feel like when people want to buy and sell things now secondhand, in the UK at least, you tend to go to Vinted rather than eBay. Because eBay has a lot of just like proper sellers, like selling things brand new. That tends to be more of what's on eBay now, rather than this kind of secondhand, the bidding wars and all that. It's not really as big of a thing, from my understanding at least. May still be big for like collectors and whatnot, I don't know. Gosh, I coloured a lot when I was little. I even remember buying them, I think. That's so cute. Never heard of Vinted, that's fair enough. I was going to do a books and supplies I regret buying video. That's a good idea. And just sort of talking about your reasons why you bought them and then why you changed your mind about them. There's only been a couple where I've like really regretted buying them. The first regret I had was Woodland Wild by Millie Marotta. I just bought it because I was excited to find another book in a shop. Because I got Magical Jungle, I was looking for other things, and I found Woodland Wild and thought, okay, this is cute. And I just bought it without even thinking about, okay, would I actually colour this? And it's not that I hate the artwork's lovely, it's beautiful. It's just not for me. I could not colour in it, so I didn't. I thought I could force myself to do it, but then like, why am I forcing myself to colour something? Just get rid of it, move on. I think it was only £5 or something. I did a lot of art when I was a kid, but I was also a tomboy, still am, and played a lot of football with my cousins. One of them became a semi-pro, nice. I did more crafts. I was into crafting as a kid rather than, because I couldn't really draw very well, still can't. And I say now as an adult, I colour because I can't draw. I really have tried, but it's not for me. I can do little doodly things. I can copy things okay, like cartoony things, but not realistic stuff. Gonna go back to lurking, but nice to pop in and say hi. Yes, thanks for chatting with us, Victoria. Yeah, I'd be really interested, Amanda, to hear what you regret. Loved colouring as a kid, mostly nature and animals. I do. That suddenly sparked a memory for me. Me and my sister, well, my sister especially, she went through a phase of downloading a bunch of free Hello Kitty pages, colouring pages online and printing those out, and then we'd colour the noses and like the bow, and that would be it. And we had them in, or she had them in this binder in all plastic pockets, and we'd like make up stories with them. That's kind of like the most colouring I remember though. We've just bought the Castle Arts Harmonious and haven't used them yet. They are a tricky pencil to use. I found, Amy, that I've used them more not on their own. I did one page with using them on their own and didn't enjoy the process very much. But I've used the pale purples a lot, actually, and they're great for supplementing other sets and like blending in with other colours. They do work quite well for that. Like, I've often struggled with Polychromos for pale purples because they just don't have any. And so I've been using the Castle Arts to supplement those, which has been nice. But on their own, it's like some of the pencils are nice, but then some of them are really scratchy and weird. We'll put it on your to-do list. Wasn't sure if anyone would be interested. Absolutely, I'd be interested. I think it's almost more useful hearing about what you regret than what you love, because like everyone, it's easy to say you love something, but I think it's harder to put it out there and say that you dislike something. I mean, obviously doing it in a nice and respectful way, but yeah, it's harder to like put those thoughts into a nice way. I live in a very rural area, and I just found out the library is starting an adult colouring club. Guess who's going to be out of town at the first meeting? Nice, Jen. That sounds really fun. I am personally someone that cannot and probably will not ever colour in public. I am such an introvert. Honestly, it shocks me that I even have a YouTube channel. Like, it is so not me. And I think the reason I have it and I have enjoyed doing it is because it's just my hands and my colouring that I show. I don't show my face. I don't think I ever will show my face because I don't want to put myself out there like that. Whereas I'm a bit more hidden, a bit more secretive. And this is more the love of just sharing, the love of colouring. But doing it out in public, not for me. No, thank you. Right, I'm going to colour this flower as well before I forget about it. What would be cute is if you got a storybook you could colour, and once it's complete, gift it to your niece and nephew. Yes, I really do need to do that. I need to think of something that would be good to do that with. I mean, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly is very unrealistic. And I don't know if I'd want to give that away. I'd want to keep it myself. But I'm like, potentially the Matchstick Mouse Christmas and pumpkin ones next year. That could be a fun project to give them that. And that is something that I could realistically actually accomplish in not too long of a time. But yeah, something else that has like a story going through it. Or I definitely need to do something colouring related that I can, I don't know, find a PDF and colour it nice and let them have it in their future nursery. Because my sister's pregnant. In case you were confused about that. Yes! Oh my gosh! Sorry guys, I just got a notification! Yes! So, I didn't want to mention this in the video in today, but I wanted to. But I found both Tomislav Tomic books on Vinted, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'd been looking for weeks and months, like periodically looking for Tomislav Tomic books, and I just came across them, and both of them, but they were £40 each. And I was like, no, never, Never £40 each for a book. £80 together. Ugh, no. So I was watching Joe's colouring book confessions, and I thought, and she asked about the Holy Grail books, and I was like, okay, Thomas had told me online, and I was like, actually I just found them on Vinted, but way too expensive. And I thought, you know what would I actually be prepared to pay for them? And I was like, I'd be prepared £20 each. I think for a book that's rare, hard to find, but not crazy, £20. So I was like, you know what? What's the harm in asking? Like, the worst they can do is say no. I always... Don't be afraid of asking, because the worst they can do is say no or ignore you or whatever. No harm in asking. So I asked. I was like, I know it's a bit cheeky, but could you do both of them for £40? And they replied with, and in my head I was tempted to say, could you do it for 40 or 50? But I thought I'd just start with 40 and see what they say. Because if you're going in with two amounts, they're going to say, oh, I'll do the higher amount. And they said, oh, I couldn't go as low as 40, but happy to do them both for 50. And I was like, I can do that. I can do that. £25 each. I think that's a good, not too bad of a deal. Best that I've ever seen them. I mean, it's the first time I have actually seen them in ever. Apart from on eBay for like, I think on eBay they're like £47 each. Something like that. But yeah, again, ridiculous. And we had this conversation earlier this morning, and it's taken her a while, but they've accepted the offer. I'm so happy, because I was so afraid that they'd wait until someone just outright bought them. So yeah. Oh, I'm getting both the Thomas Lav Tomic books. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting to get two books that I've been really searching for. And like, yes, £25 is more than I'd want to spend on a book. £50 for the two, and then you got plus shipping and the protection fee. But I am very excited to have them, and they will be very much treasured in my collection, and I will definitely need to colour them soon. Oh, Joe's here. Joe had my excitement. Yeah, I saw the Vinted notification pop up on my phone. I was like, oh, let me check it. Yes. Yes. Because I thought, oh, what if she doesn't accept it and then someone else snatches them up? But no one snatched them up, thankfully. So yeah, very, very excited about that. Just need to press buy after stream. Just so excited you can't even speak. Literally, I'm so excited. The fact that literally only today I was talking and thinking about these Holy Grail books, and I saw it yesterday, and I kind of resigned myself to the fact that, like, oh God, I ain't paying 40 quid for them. And then it was talking with Joe, I was like, actually, let's just put in an offer. Right, let me go back up and read the comments I missed out. Yeah, like, it's not because I hate the artist or that, just I didn't know it wasn't for me until I bought it. Absolutely, yeah. I did colour a bit as a kid. I vaguely recall buying a book full of garden pictures from Wilkinson's and colouring that in. Oh, Miss Wilkinson's. Also love the scratchy 4 things. Oh, me too, I like those. Did a couple of those. My daughter is desperate for me to do a face reveal, and I'm like, no way. Yeah, I got comment about that the other day. They were like, oh, are you ever going to do a face reveal? And I was like, I'm sorry, but no. No, I will not. In fact, I did do a video a few weeks ago where I had my tablet out on screen, and you could actually see my full face reflection, and it was an horrible angle as well. I looked absolutely disgusting in it. But I was like, right, clip that bit out of the video, so I had a bit of a weird cut. I mean, no one would have noticed. I was like, not including that, thank you very much. You're being watched by other colourists and its community, rather than being watched by random people who don't really get it. Exactly, exactly. The spooky series, Spooky Cat, that could be a good one. That would take quite a while to colour though. The story graphic Christmas book that came out. Ooh, I need to check that one out. I've seen a bit about it. New Lulu Mayo. Ooh, that would be good. Mine too. She's having a girl. We don't know yet. She's still quite early on. Yeah, lots of excitement. Right, I'm just going to pop you on the Be Back Soon screen because I really need a wee. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, I am back. And I also just pressed the buy now on those Thomas Laugh Tomo books, just in case something happens in the meantime, because it would be terrible to see it go now. Yeah, I see your comments. By now. Yeah. I was like, the kind of times it were for buying that one too. I still really want to draw my character doing Christmas things and release it as a mini colouring book for free because it's not going to be impressive. Put it on Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi. I never know how to say it, but I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but because then if people do want to send a few pounds your way to say sort of like, well, thank you for making this, then they can. But there's no pressure to. When I'm in the house and I live in with like PJs on, no bra, because they girls like to be free, literally. Hiya Nikki, lurking and listening. You have John and Vanga. That's so cool. We'll have to do a buddy colour at some point next year. I won't be able to commit to anything this year, but yeah, definitely need need a buddy to help me inspire. I'm not camera shy, but it's just so much easier only worrying about your hands. If I had to groom, I wouldn't be doing YouTube blog. Literally. If I had to look presentable, you know, put on a jumper that doesn't have a stain on it, like which mine doesn't. It's like, oh no, you know, like washing your hair. Oh, hate washing my hair. I feel like we'd look even worse on camera. Marielle had the same this week. You bought Drum and Vanga for €12. So happy to find it on Vinted. And then Spruchibus 2 weeks ago for €18. Nice. So you got a great deal on those two. I thought I could wait to see if someone's selling it for a cheaper price, but I was like, nope. I won't even bother looking for it now. I doubt I'll even really scroll on Vinted because there's nothing I'm really looking for anymore apart from the day we finally meet, but I doubt that will ever be on it. Has anyone ever seen me that excited? I do get excited. It doesn't take much. You think you would be the same if I got spirit animals? I mean, it's a great feeling. It is a great thing to find a book that you have been hunting for. And for me, it's the first sort of out of print book that I actually really wanted and had actually really been searching for. And to actually find it, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. People are always that excited after talking to me, honest. I promise. Body colour is fine with me, nice. Now they're waiting for them to arrive. I also, because I've already spent that much, I decided to do the shipping to a locker instead of to my house, because usually it's like 20-30p, and at that point I'm like, ship to my house. But I kind of like jumping in the car, going up. It's literally like 2 minutes down the road. I could walk it, but I'm lazy. Or I could pick it up after work one day or something like that. And having the excitement of, oh, I could go pick up my parcel. Right, immediate, go. Leave the house. But yeah, this time it was like £1 difference, and I thought, you know, try and save every penny where I can. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a massive cheapskate. Oh, I missed doing this flower here. Thomas Love's Paris thing arrived today. Pull out book thing. I bought a few after seeing Kay's Monster Party. Yeah, I keep seeing, that was the, whenever I'd search Thomas Love Tomic on Vinted, his Paris or the New York one, I think he's done both of those. Those picture books were the only things that came up. I kind of looked at it and I was like, do I like it? Or am I jumping on the hype train because Kay's colouring in it and it looks so cool? I think I might be jumping on the hype train. Slow down. I do love the look of them, but it's being able to commit to a project like that, because I'd want it to look cohesive throughout the whole long folded out thing, but then I wouldn't want to do it all in one go because it's a big commitment. But then I wouldn't want to change in my colouring style if I leave it, say, several months. Yeah, no, it's I just think for me, a big fold out book like that, because I was also tempted by the To the Ends of the Earth book. But no, I'm just jumping on the hype train. You're definitely on the train. Choo choo. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with a train journey. Anything that forces me to look like a human on a daily basis. Morning Teams meeting at work. Any client calls get the makeup treatment, and that's absolutely fair enough, Amy. I get it delivered to a locker too. It's a 10-minute walk, and it's the fastest 10-minute walk I walk. Power walk. Get me there. Although, I think this one said it's to the locker, whereas my previous one I had delivered to it, it was behind the counter, and I had to go and bring my ID, show my ID, and then they it's just at like a petrol station. So at the same place where there is a locker, they just weren't using the locker. I think this one is. Ooh, I cannot wait. this person had a couple of other books on there as well. She had a Help of Any book and some Enchanted Forest postcards, which looked pretty cool, but I thought, no, Jess, you do not need those. Put it down. You're not having to go talk to someone, literally. And bless them at the counter. I think they'd had like a load in a row. Because, well, I'm assuming they get all the packages like sent across at the same time, so you get a bunch of people coming in just after they've had the notification. And him in there, and they were like, "Oh, you got another one? Go out back, grab your parcel." I get it delivered to the house. I'm lazy. That's fair enough, Angie. If it was a bit further, then I wouldn't bother, but it's literally down the road. So, very, very convenient. And there's also a Greggs next to it, so I might treat myself to a Greggs whilst I'm there. I'm like, if I leave the house, I deserve a treat. Because I don't like to leave the house. If it's not for work, if I'm not being paid for it, I don't like leaving the house. Honestly, I haven't been looking at the stream. I thought you were doing the ram's horns. Looked up and I was like, you've done nothing. But then I realised you're not doing the ram. I've already done the ram's horns. There's a bit of shading on them. Did that last stream. That was looking lovely. Thank you. Got a patient. I have to run. No problem, Tara. Thanks for joining. Ironically, I was more presentable when pregnant. All those appointments meant having to leave the house more. That makes sense, Amy. You also have the Ends to the Earth book. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I like how the background's all done for you. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, that's just like a great one to have, just the line work in your collection. Your little line art museum. Right. Do this one over here. You know, it's that man brain kicking in. It's like, yeah, she's taking a long time on these horns. It's all good. I haven't touched the horns. Right, final pencil. Just a few strokes, and those flowers look so realistic. The key is using quite a dark shadow shade for red. Just used mid cadmium, then deep red, and now I've got scarlet red for the highlights. And this scarlet red has a bit of an orangey tone to it, which I think will really bring out those highlights. Just going over the whole thing. So I do find red things kind of hard to colour for having that nice contrast, because sometimes it also doesn't help. Cameras blow, like overexposed, blow it out. It's oversaturated red on camera, whereas in reality there is more contrast than what you see. But on the poppy that I did in Floribunda Year, I actually used Caput Mortem Violet as my darkest shade, and that was really nice. I just didn't want to go that dark on this one. The middle cadmium red is a good red. I rarely use reds. Yeah, me too. I don't particularly like red as a colour. It's not for me. I just think it's quite a powerful colour, aggressive colour. Although I do quite enjoy colouring poppies. That's quite fun. That's the only red thing I like. Bye guys, I gotta go. My son is 16 today and I have to get ready to go out to the Mexican restaurant. Nice. Hope you have a lovely meal out, Jen, and happy birthday to your son. Hope you have a good time. Red is one of your favourite colours, and there you go. I mean, each to their own. Everyone has their own favourites. My favourite is purple. And for me, I tend to go all in. If I'm going purple on a page, purple is the absolute star of the show. And then I won't use it for ages, and then I'll use a load of purple again. I tend to use it a lot during the winter, so I think it's a nice wintry colour, and also around Halloween I use a lot of purple as well. I tend to gravitate towards purple for things like witches. Doing a page in Labyrinth with a lot of purple. Red used to be mine. I had a red phone, camera, walls, bedding curtains. Now it's teal. Red and teal are a really nice combo, to be fair. Yeah, I do like teal. That's probably my second favourite colour. Teal. I like teal. I find purple really hard to use. My favourite is pastel purple, like a lavender purple. And I prefer the more bluey toned purples than the pinky toned purples. I find purple really hard. Oh, I just read that. Pink purple for me. I flippin' love purple. Yeah. Teal, turquoise, mint, sea foam. Yeah, those colours are... Love those. Love it, love, love, love. I also am quite a big fan of pink. I like pink things. I just realised I'm wearing a purple jumper today. It's like a pale lavender colour. I like my pale colours. Anything pastel, that's me. Right, we are about done with this page. I do want to go in with a Langro and just do a bit of a dot on the centres. Looks grey on camera. Yeah, purplish. I promise it's purple. I think, oh yeah, the sleeve's got a bit... It's a bit mucky, the sleeve, from going over the pencil. It looks like really dirty, but it's just pencil. That's my trouble. What was I going to grab? Langos. Hello, Rabia. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. We are colouring, or just about finishing up actually, the Ram from Mystic Animals by Stratten Peterson. I know Sun has started colouring what I think is purple and what other people think is purple. It's not necessarily the same thing. Wow, let's have a look at my pencil swatches. For me, these are purple: manganese violet, violet, purple violet, mauve, blue violet, delft blue from the Polychromos. And then these are purple and those are purple. So I definitely gravitate more towards the amethyst and violet ones rather than the orchid. And here, these are my purpley tones. And purples there for Black Widows. And a few there. I think the only colour I don't like is yellow, and even then I still like colouring with yellow sometimes. I don't mind yellow, it's not, I mean, in life it's not my favourite colour, but I use it a lot. I read somewhere that purple doesn't really exist, it's mislabelled violets and indigos. Yeah, I suppose so. Purple is just, it's kind of like that umbrella term, because you have the more pinky ones and the more bluey ones. There's a lot of variation with purple tones. Right. Langro gel pens. I need a nice yellow colour for the centres. Do I go this more like orangey toned one? potentially. Because I think that would match with the yellow that I've got each. Go for 3. I think 2 would be too bright. I'll use 3. And I do want a bit of, I don't know, like a bit of black in the centre. I'm going to try going over it with a pencil, but may end up going over with a gel pen for the very, very centre. Oh yeah, that works fine. These are a bit confusing. You look up reference photos and some of them, like the little stamens on them, are yellow, and some of them they're all black. Some of them the centre bit is black and some of it's like, there is variation with the poppies. Just making these centre bits a bit larger actually. There we go. Bit of blue tack, because I always put a bit of blue tack on the end of my gel pens because it just works. Can't explain it, it just works. Talk about football, I have no idea what you're on about, I'm afraid. I agree that some people would say what I would class as pink is purple. I mean, yeah, it's that kind of fuchsia-y colour. That's kind of the blurred line, I think. I've done a little flush of neon pink using a neon pink gel pen on my Patient Ivy, and I might need your opinion as usual. Do you want me to share it on stream, Rabia, and get multiple opinions? It's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. Here's where the magic happens. These are just regular old gel pens. I say regular old, like matte in a way. Oh, hey Raven, welcome in. Late again, no problem. It's lovely to have you join us. I'm doing the finishing touches. Actually, we'll start over here considering it's the left. Just doing little dots on the little stamen bits of the flower. Stop fiddling. I'm not going not on it, but I can in real life. And hi Jenny, welcome. You're late as well, no worries. It's not on Insta. You're not taking a picture and post it. No problem, Rabia. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gosh, these dots are teeny, teeny, tiny. I'm thinking gold gel pen for the border though. I might use this Languo one actually. It's quite a nice gold colour. Fairly shiny. Something a bit different from the Pentel Gold I always seem to use. You've just got the notification to say I'm live. Well, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Currently trying to finish a whip in Magical Worlds, and it's a wallpaper page, so struggling with motivation. Jenny, I completely empathise with you on that one. I did the mushroom wallpaper in Rooms of Wonder last month, and oh my gosh, those pages are deceivingly detailed. It's deceivingly difficult. Took so long. The background especially. I'm not sure if I would do a background on a page like that again. So it hurt my hand. It hurt my hand sort of being that sort of detailed and whatnot with it. Oh my gosh, this is so tiny. I can't see it. I need to bring it closer to me to try and avoid as best I can getting my head into view. Forgot today was Wednesday, but it was Thursday. That's my life these days. Happens to us all. Come on, there we go. Made a mistake of starting the background and have to power through it. Oh gosh, yeah, Jenny, it's a struggle. And once you start, you got to commit. You can't just do it half finished. When I did the background, it took me 3 sittings, which usually I'm someone that hates leaving something halfway finished. Like, say on this page, I started colouring the flowers. I couldn't leave the flowers half coloured. I couldn't leave, say, just these 2 not coloured or shaded. But with the background, I had to split it up because my hand was hurting. And sort of using the acrylic paint pen and like being so focused on what I was colouring, and yeah, it just hurt. I was like, why did I do this to myself? Because I did quite like it with the white, but I'm glad I did the black. It does pop. I was like, never again. As soon as I finished, I was like, I'm never colouring that page again in my life. Right, those are all the flowery dots. Right, let me check my paint pen. Oh, let's get your page up, Arabia. Come on, Insta. Oh, you still haven't sent it, no worries. Let me see the page. Page is here. Does anyone have a good source for OU alcohol markers? Open stock in the US or North America? Honestly, Kimberlyn, if you find out, let me know. Honestly. I was saying this the other day to someone. I would much rather OU who had spent the time. Oh, Pagey Coloured in Rooms of Wonder. I will grab it in a moment. I would much rather OU who spent the time actually restocking their open stock markers, because I've never seen them in stock, and it's not like it's 1 or 2 shades. It is every single marker that I've run out of, and I just cannot get them open stock. And it's like, what's the point of having open stock markers if they're never in stock? I'd much rather they spent the time stocking them than changing all of the names and numbers. Like, why was that your priority? When it's been this issue with the open stock for over a year now. Since the cute and cozy trend, they've been unavailable. And I think a few months, yeah, it takes a few months to get the supplier in gear. It's been way too long now for it to be in any way acceptable. It's just annoying, the fact that you run out of markers and you have to feel like you have to buy a whole new set, and you don't want to have to buy a whole new set. Because it's very wasteful buying a whole new set. And like, they're a big company. It's not like they're a small company waiting for a supplier to get stock in, then for them to have the stock. Like, they're a big company. They should have stock. Where is it? You tell them, Jess, literally. I wish I was colouring tonight, but I just sat and watched the stream instead. Oh well, I had fun. Stream's not over yet. Stream's not over yet. Look for a couple of colours to add to my set and don't want to buy the entire add-on. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems as though that might be the case. Because there's some colours where I check and like the only place you can get them is from the 216. And I'm like, I don't want to have to buy that whole new 216. And I've just bought a supplementary pastel set and a supplementary skin tone set. And even then, some of those are starting to run out. Yeah, it's annoying. Vinted is a great place though to find Ohuhu alcohol markers for cheaper. That's where I got my 2 extra sets from. Right, is that everything? Maybe, maybe not. I always go, yeah, that's everything, and then I end up doing like 10 more lines. Let's add some lines to the horns. Nice big highlights on them. There we go. Give them an eye shiny nose. Highlights on the ram itself. Right, I think that might do. So I've just got the border. Let me grab. Go until 10 PM. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit concerned about my battery. It's at 29%. I usually battery this, but to go outside, didn't have as long to charge my phone. Vintage is also not an option in the here. Everything in the US sucks. Except our ability to get mythographic, apparently. Yeah, I mean, you get quite a lot of things, and also just books being available a month earlier in the US. It always does make me laugh when you see people from the US get very, very annoyed about books not being available in like the English edition. And I'm like, look, so many books, we have to wait a month for them to get to here. I see. I won't get my colouring book out then. Yeah, I was going to pull something else out, but I think I might just finish early tonight, or have a chat with you guys about options for the next stream. This gold is a really nice gold, actually. It's from the Language gel pen set. Does the blue tack thing work? It really does. I can't explain it, but it works. It like makes the ink actually flow out the pen, And if you find it's getting a bit clogged again, just take the blue tack out and put it back in, and it almost like, it's like it pumps it in a weird way. But yeah, it is an essential hack for these gel pens in my opinion. Oh my gosh, it's so bitty, this border. I'm going to do some of these stars at the same time. I'm not going to do all the white dots though, but these big stars I will do in the gold. Does that blue tack thing work on all brands of gel pens? I don't know. It's just the fact that the Langos have like a hole that goes straight down through into the ink barrel, and it just plugs that hole. It almost like, I feel like it traps the air pressure and makes the ink flow more smoothly. I don't know the science. It just works. Saw it online from someone, tried it out myself, and I was like, that is a genuinely good hack that I have used ever since. US at least has open socket prismas. Yeah, you can get prismas for cheaper and more easily in the US. And you have art stores that actually sell things and not just rubbish. Suction power. Some say the caps of the pens also work. Oh, nice. I almost never put caps on the ends of my pens. I just hold them. I don't know, it's just my own personal habit. Some people always put the caps on the ends of pens and find it annoying when they can't. Alright, starting to get a bit. So I'll re-plug it. And there we go, nice and juicy again. Right, I'm just going to rotate my book round. You always put your pen caps on. Yeah, I can't be bothered with it, honestly. I just hold them. I tried to use my thumb and then had to shakily draw the line. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like that. There's your $1 million. Open up an art supply store. I mean, you get like little independent ones, but there's just not very many anywhere. And well, it's very hard to open stores. They are very expensive to run. And the majority of things you can get cheaper online. So it is tricky in this economy. Right, there we go. Ooh, get away, pen. Stab canvas for colouring equals not good. Blick UK. One. I'll put the cap back on. I did notice these little stamens weren't coloured in, so just chuck a bit of colour on there. There we go. That is the ram all finished. 9:25 p.m. Right, what am I at? 27%. I think I can keep going until it's like 10%. I couldn't live life on the edge like that. If I ever cut out, it's because I ran out of battery. But here we go. There's the ram all done. You can still see a few lines on the ram from the markers. But I really like how the poppies came out. They look nice and bold. Yeah, this page was a lot of fun to colour with you all. And I do have my next book all lined up. We did talk about it last week, because this was meant to be Friday's stream, but it wasn't. It's going to be Matchstick Mouse Cookbook. I haven't picked a page though, but I have thought about the colour scheme for Matchstick Mouse and the alcohol markers I want to use. So I'm going to pop that one to the side, let the pen dry. Leave the book open, and let's have a flip through of this and have a think about what I'm feeling inspired by. I was thinking in this book to go through an order, but I've no idea. I might just not, because I've never done that with a Matchstick Mouse. And this one does have kind of like a series of pictures, like this is an example where they're picking the apples and then she's eating the apples, or it's like, and then she's making an apple pie. Like it kind of has a nice flow. So I'm like, do I do it in order just for something different for a Matchstick Mouse? There's a nice, I mean, it's not really a challenge, but yeah, I love that ramen one. You know I love the bees. Love, love, love the bees. Probably get a few pages done in that. You just ordered the rest of Matchstick Mouse PDFs today, but I ran out of paper, so I need to get more. Yeah, they're great. I really like that one with the lemons. Little sick guy. So cute. Macaroni cheese. I love macaroni cheese. And yeah, here's another one where they're harvesting the wheat and they're making the dough and baking the bread. And this one where they're making the pizza, cooking the pizza, and eating the pizza. I do love all the pizza ones because we do make our pizzas every week. And then picking the grapes, crushing the grapes, drinking the wine, sleepy time, like cereal. Like, what are these bobbly bits? Looks like we've got bananas and I don't know what the rest is. Just make it up. Making some cinnamon sticks. I thought it was like stuff to make signs, but no, they're getting out cinnamon sticks, making cinnamon rolls, and then eating their cinnamon rolls. Picking some corn and making the popcorn. To me, macaroni cheese is like a main meal, but some of my US friends say it's a side dish. Yeah, I think that. Like, often Americans have it as a side, whereas here it's definitely like the mac and cheese is the main meal. Yeah. Here we're collecting some, well, we've collected some strawberries, collecting some nuts, and then they're making peanut butter and jam sandwich, or jelly. Here she's planting some seeds, and it's grown into lettuce that all the snails have eaten. Here we've got her washing veggies, cutting the onions and crying, and then making some kind of stew or a soup, and then pancakes. I love that one. Making dumplings. That's it. And that is this. And you know what? I think I am just going to go through in order and start with that first one with the cookbook. It's quite a simple page as well. I'll definitely get it all based. I don't know about pencil shading, but I'm I'm going to use Polychromos in this book because I haven't used Polychromos in a Matchstick Mouse book yet. And I do like to change it up with my pencils that I use. I do a lot of basing with alcohol markers. So where's my alcohol markers? Mac and cheese can be both in the US, fair enough. You missed my comment about me uploading the picture. Oh, let me go find it, Rabia. Sorry. Struggling to get a dark brown poly combo for hair. Any suggestions? Ooh. Let's have a look at my orange combos with Polychromos. Take your pick. Michelle. Dark sepia. I think a must for a dark brown combo with Polychromos. Let me hold it up a bit so you can see. Yeah, I think this is a good one. Dark sepia, walnut brown, Van Dyke brown, nougat. Not necessarily the brown ochre. Dark sepia and walnut brown tend to be a go-to for me. And then you can use a bit of burnt umber on that one. Oh, I forgot to colour down with the bistre there. Those are some good options. These are from Karen, my Colour Country Life. But yeah, when I colour, usually dark sepia, walnut brown, Van Dyke brown, and then maybe a bit of nougat for highlights. Oh, hi Brittany, welcome. You just got out of a hospital. We dropped off last Wednesday to get my prescribed medication for my anxiety stabilised. I hope things are going better for you now, Brittany. Apple pie is appealing to me because Thanksgiving is coming back up. Well, who knows? This could be a little good book to do, like bonus at the end of the stream when I finish a page. So I may get to it later. Warm apple pie with ice cream, delish. Plus I came home, got dressed, went to a local Chick-fil-A for a late lunch while going and doing a little grocery shopping. Didn't end up with an outer ear infection in both ears that has not been helped with the antibiotic drops. Oh, that doesn't sound nice, Brittany. Sorry to hear about that. This kind of book's making me hungry. Yes. It's like I want mac and cheese, I want an apple pie, I want some ramen, I want dumplings. I said that before you settled on getting an order. That's okay. On the night, Amy, take care. Have a good night's sleep. Right. Alcohol markers. I'm using YR209. I had a look and thought about, okay, what colour do I want to give Matchstick Mouse on this page? Where is YR209? Here. Hazelnuts for my alcohol markers. And good night, Millie. Oh, good night, folks leaving. Oh, I thought you were saying good night. She's saying good night to everyone else. And Amanda's going to bed. Good night, Amanda. What the pizza she's eating? Yeah, it looks good. Right, and I'm had a look and thought sometimes I give a lighter shade, but this is already like the lighter shade I have. So I think I will just make the outer bit of Matchstick Mouse look darker with the pencil shading. And just kind of all one colour. I think she is looking a little crazy, but the pencil shading give her some much needed depth. I am no idea what colour to do the book, I'm not going to lie. Please give your suggestions in the comments. I was a bit naughty in the weekend. I bought some Ohuhus because they were on sale. Nice. Right, I need an inner ear colour. Oh, that's going to be my usual, which is EO20 Cotton Pearl. I seem to always use this one. For nose, tongue, ears, and for Wilbur the Worm. I just noticed a bit of her around here. I think this is her little neck scarf though. Last week before I was dropped off at the same hospital, I was trying to get a higher up Timu customer service person that me return this 8 tools multifunction vegetable chopper. I noticed that I do colour slower with pencils than I do with alcohol markers, that's for sure. I mean, alcohol markers just lay down colour so quickly, don't they? Hiya Rebecca, welcome in. We have finished the rampage and am now colouring Matchstick Mouse as a little bonus. Red book, do everything else as simple contrast with a gold symbol. Do you like that idea? Because looking at it, it looks like it's wood, but I think it would look really boring brown, and I don't want that. You can paint wood. So I do like the idea of red. I think that's a great idea for the book. Second time you got the wrong item for ordering 26 pieces. You're going to use, you need active cooking lessons. That sounds good, Brittany. Those vegetable chopper things are really cool. Perhaps yellow and orange for the book. That could work. You find a good colour for her, what do you call it? Cave, burrow, I don't know, house. I tend to go for a kind of warmer brown. Be E220. Let's try that. I hope it doesn't run out on me. E220 sand. Yeah, that's a good house colour. Might be worth recording this down at the back of the book. Any other time there's an interior scene so they can all look the same. I feel like see with my Matchstick Mouse books. I like to keep it consistent within the book, and then between books have it different. Imagine part of the reason I'm so slow is because I'm usually just a pencil person. So maybe these markers will speed me up. I only got the pastels and portrait ones though. Those will be a great start though. I started with the pastel tone set and yeah, it's a brilliant set to start with. I always recommend starting with the pastels. Just because I tend to use markers for basing and pastel colours are easier to base with than anything else. So you always want to base with the lightest shade possible. What is this? What is this? I don't know. Oh, don't forget to show me the wallpaper page. Yes. Rooms of Wonder. Here it is. Get back in. Get back in there. In fact, I need to put this on the side for our buddy colour. Oh, not the camera. Apologies. Rooms of Wonder. Here it is. crazy mushroom wallpaper. Black acrylic paint for the background. I just used this, the Artistry. In fact, I think this is the one I used, and that's how much black ink it used up. Quite a lot. About a third of the pen. Then I splattered it with the Winsor & Newton silver ink. So it's shiny. Yes, it is in my October pages. A little preview for you there. You watched Joanna's live this morning. I did not. Didn't realise she was live, to be honest. Just to let everyone know, Ohu has changed the family colour names they use to more similar to Cooks. Not many have different colour family. Yeah, I am aware of that. But if you search on Ohuhu's website for the old numbers, it will come up still. And they have a conversion chart, which makes it easier. That really must have taken ages. It really did. I thought, oh, that background, it'll be nice and relaxing. I thought I might get into a zen. I did not get into a zen. I got into a stress. I really did. My hand was aching. I did it in 3 sections. I found it so boring. I was like, let me have this done already. Oh, no, did not enjoy it. I can't work out what the E stands for in their colour codes. All the other letters make sense. You know what? That's a good point. It's like YR, yellow, red. BR, brown. Y, yellow. Red for R, and they've even got a few P's, like literally just a couple, like purple. V for violet. But yeah, EO 60. They tend to be browns and like beigey colours. EO. Who knows? Who knows what the EO? Earth. Oh, and is it a 0, not an O? Because I always thought it was EO. Oh no, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, because I've got E490 here. Earth. That makes so much sense. Don't worry, Amy, you're not alone. I had no idea either. But yeah, that does make a lot of sense now. Okay, her skin tone is very similar to this, but it'll all be sold in the pencil shade. Anyone know what's going on here? Is it a table? What is that? What is that? YO10 I want to get out, which is the perfect ivory colour. Primrose. For the book pages. Should probably do these like fun colours for the little post-it notes. Bench. There's no P in the new system. Yeah, the P was random. Like I've got, yeah, P1, P2, P3, P4. I think that's about it. Yeah, 4 Ps. It's a bit random. Floor, dress. This whole time I was staring at them being like egg, écu, ebony, a skin. I think I thought of that once. I was like, a skin? E-skin? Beige? Right, let's get I'm gonna weirdly use the same tone for Matchstick Mouse on these bits of like string holding the book together. And then you guys have convinced me to go for a red book. I do like the sound of that. But what red? That's the question. Let's go R3. R3. And then I've got the question of what colour is her hat and scarf going to be? This is nice. It's like, because sometimes I look at a Matchstick Mouse page and I'm like, well, what colour do I do this? It's nice doing it live and being like, so guys, what colour should I do this? This works out well because I've already got some red pencils out next to me. Dark green hat maybe? A light green. I love that. I love when someone suggests a colour and then someone suggests the exact same thing. It's like quite confirming for me. But would it look too Christmassy then? Because I know red and green are complementary colours, but I can't use, or can't seem to use, or have a way of using red and green together that don't make it look Christmassy. I don't know how. Maybe a non-saturated green? Not if you use the right green. I just go, I don't know. Well, have a look at my green swatches. So an Amy Schultz video on red and green, orange or purple, maybe a non-saturated green. I don't know. Someone point to a colour. I'm kind of looking at it and thinking purple though. I never keep hats. Some people could look or like match it to whatever colours on the front cover. She's got orange there. Quite nice. Go orange. I think orange would be too much with the brown though. But I like to have her with a matching hat, depending on the surroundings she's in. I'm kind of looking and thinking maybe purple. What, something in the blue-green family? I don't know if I'm seeing blue or green. Dark blue. Oh yeah, I do like dark blue with red. I think that looks nice. Let's swatch some things out. Just got a random bit of paper here. Swatch that red. And then let's grab maybe a purple and like a dark blue. Let's go PB2. PB2 and then purple. V270, let's try that. Or could do V250. P4, you know, is it P? Turquoise. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want it to be that contrasty though. That's the thing. I want the attention to be on the book. Blue looks alright. That purple's the wrong purple. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go purple, guys. I like the purple. Let's go lighter. Always best to go lighter, then you can always darken it up with your pencil shading. So sorry to all the blues and the greens and the whatever other colours we had going on. I'm going purple. I do find these pages where it's like a close-up almost of Matchstick Mouse a little bit tricky. Because it's like, what's the focus of the page? The book, is it her? Like, it's taking up equal space on this. Can't read the codes, but I wanted to suggest the dark blue on the row 8 up from the bottom in the middle of the right. Let me see if I can point at the right one. Okay. Dark blue, the row 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Row 8 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the middle at the right. That one. Or this one. Could be that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. In the middle at the right. That one, probably. Well, it's not too far off. And I'll make her scarf the same colour as they're quite far apart from each other. One up from that. That one. Or that one. Below the periwinkle lilac. Ah, this one. PB5. It's very dark blue. Well, that's that page based. Do a bit of pencil shading. What battery percentage am I at? 19. I think we might be okay. Right, for Matchstick Mouse. Actually, I'm going to start with the background first. Start with the boring bit. And go burnt umber. Oh no, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's here. Burnt umber. And bistre. And have her be more new bistre burnt brown ochre kind of colour. I think. Bistre. Still not quite sure what colour to do the table, so, and I think it is a table. Like my go-to would be like a brown of some description, but again, we've got a lot of brown going on. umber. Let's go for the bistre now. Maybe a mahogany rich red brown would tie it together. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, like this EO60 is a really nice like reddish tone brown that I have. Almost like a burgundy. That's a great idea, Amy. I never think of doing like red toned browns for wood, mainly because I hate it. Like, I hate red brown colours in pencil sets. Like, ugh, hate that. Hate that. These perfect browns. Polychromos have the perfect browns. That's kind of why I chose the Polychromos for this book, because I thought, okay, I feel like doing Matchstick Mouse as brown. What has good browns? Polychromos. And then I was like, hang on, I've got all these Matchstick Mouse books and different pencil sets that I use for different books, and I've never used Polychromos in one of them. And like, they're not the best in Amazon print books, but I've sort of learned how to work with them in here. And the main thing is you just gotta be prepared to embrace the texture. Like, there's gonna be texture on the page because they're a hard pencil and the Amazon paper itself is quite textured. So you just gotta be prepared to embrace it. Almost there. There we go. I always go for Prisma or Artex on Amazon paper. That's what I tend to reach for. Majority of the time I do go for Prisma or Artex on Amazon paper. Like, tends to be in my RJ books, I tend to shade with the Prismas on top of alcohol markers. I just like the results of it. But occasionally I use other things. Right, I think I'm going to go for like Van Dyke Brown and Nougat for Matchstick Mouse, and then bring in a bit of like ivory to brighten up her face a little bit. Oh, hello Yolanda, you're on your way to bed and just popping in. Lovely to see you. Hope you've had a good day. Rebecca's still here, just lurking in the background as you're colouring your Disney colour by number. I'm watching the stream on your TV. I always find that crazy. There are people watching me on the big screen. Although with my analytics, the largest percentage of people watch me on a TV, and I find that insane. Like, I never watch YouTube on TV personally, but that's kind of because this is my house. It's my parents' house, and they watch the TV downstairs. I don't really watch it unless I'm watching with them. She said using Polly's on Amazon paper right now, lol, but I'm doing hair. I've on my TV and phone to do chat. Yeah, you kind of got to have the dual capabilities when you're doing on the telly. Let's grab that Van Dyke Brown. You watch so many of my regular videos on TV. Live is always on phone or computer though. You have a nice device, you deserve the right to be on TV. Oh, thank you. Okay, I don't like being complimented. By the way, if you're curious as to what I'm snacking on, it's almost gone now. But it's a Black Forest mix of dried fruit with a little bit of like chocolate in it. Mum and Dad found it in Aldi's middle aisle and haven't found it since, so It's a perfect like little treat for the evening that's not too bad for you. I often get comments of people saying, I say often, not that often, people saying that I have a nice soothing voice. And I think, do I have a soothing voice, or is it just that I'm British? Because I think people naturally find a British accent to be more soothing, especially a southern British accent. Sorry Joe. But like, yeah. Is it relaxing, or is it just that I'm British? My personal favourite accent, or accents, for British accents, my favourite, I love Welsh. I love a Welsh accent. Lil, if you're watching, love a Welsh accent. I also do love a Scottish, Amanda. I know you've gone to bed, but I do love a Scottish. And then I love Australian for outside in the world. Australian / New Zealand. I will group them together because I find it very, very hard to distinguish between the two. But I love them both. Those are my favourites. That's like reminds chocolate with dried grapes and mixed nuts. I'm hungry now. Yeah, it's like you've got bits of chocolate, raisins, cranberries, and a few dried cherries. What was the question about accents? I said, do I have a soothing accent, or is it just the fact that I'm British and southern British? Oh, was that not? Oh no, it was. A bit confused with my pencils now. I think I do this all the time, where I think I have the darker pencil and it's not, it's the lighter one. Yep, had the wrong one. I always think people from Yorkshire sound thick when they're on TV, quiz shows, etc. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Yorkshire is very distinct. We have a lot of distinct accents in the UK. Yorkshire, like Scouse, Geordie, Birmingham. A lot of very, very distinct accents. So now I'm basically going over everything I already shaded with the colour. It's actually the darker version. You like an Irish? I like an Irish, but I don't love an Irish like other people do. So Welsh or Scottish, and it's got to be a strong Welsh, strong Scottish. I love it. I used to never notice the West Country accent until I went to university. And like when I would come back in the holidays, I'd be like, "Ooh, who are? That's proper West Country, that." I can't really do a West Country accent. I am from the West Country. I always have been, but I've always liked to enunciate my words so I don't necessarily sound West Country. And if you're wondering what a West Country accent is for the UK, it's Hagrid from Harry Potter. The URs. Scotland has different accents too, in a way. Yeah, you've got like the softer ones and the more stronger ones. I can hear differences in the UK accents, but couldn't tell you where they're from. And that's fair, Kimberlyn. That's fair. I'm terrible with recognising accents from America. Someone would be like, "Oh, I have such a thick Boston accent." And I'm like, okay. If you say so. I do kind of notice it, and when people say it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I do kind of recognise it. Or like a New York. Can't do accents. I shouldn't try, because I can't do it. If I try and do them, I can't do it. There's certain words that can get me in it. For me, my Scottish word is iron blue. I always have to say with a vaguely Scottish accent. And for Wales, it's in the valley. I don't think that was very good either. Yes, that helps. Just link that accent to Harry Potter and I'll know what you mean. I think it's the most iconic, well-known character with the West Country accent. It's, yeah, Hagrid. And for people that are actually from the UK, it's Daisy May Cooper. The sitcom, was it This Country? Very West Country. And then you also have, oh, what's her name? The Bristolian one is proper Brizzle. Because Bristolian it's similar to West Country. I mean, it's a similar area, but it is distinct. Oh my gosh, what is her name? Jodie. No. Jodie? I suddenly had the name Jodie come in my head and I don't think it is Jodie. Can't think of her name. She's a TV presenter. I think she's done like This Morning and stuff like that. Anyone in the UK help me out? What is the name of that really Bristolian woman? I don't think it is Jodie. Although that's the only name I've got in my head. Gibson. Jodie Gibson. I'm pretty sure Jodie Gibson. Suddenly came to me. I'm going to Google it. Just is that her picture? Yeah, Jodie Gibson. Oh, she won Big Brother. Didn't know that. Yeah, she does This Morning. Oh yeah, the Wurzels as well. I got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key. I lived in Dorset for a bit. I live in Wiltshire now. Lived in Dorset for 2 years, and my family live in Dorset. And almost on a lot of roundabouts around Dorset, you'd always see some sort of advertisement for the Wurzels playing here. Let's get a bit of ivory in here. Try and brighten up her face, because I think she's looking a little tan. West Country equals farmer accent to me. Trotter. Exactly, Trotter. It's the words ending in like ER, like Protter. That's when my West Country tends to kind of come out. I'll say something and someone will be like, oh, that was proper West Country, that. Okay, I think she's looking a little better now. Yeah, I sang that song for someone who wasn't from Dorset and they were so confused. I think it's quite iconic in the UK. Like, if anyone knows anything about Dorset, it's I got a brand new combine harvester. I don't know, she's still not looking good. She's still looking a bit odd to me. Just needs a bit more tweaking here and there. Which is my dark pencil. In Michigan, people can sound different, but you have to go further. People in the upper peninsula of Michigan sound different to me. We just don't pronounce our R's half the time. Yeah, we do have an issue with our R's. I know that's a common thing of like differences in America versus England. It's like, in the UK, you don't pronounce your R's. What's going on here? And it's like right back at you, America. You don't pronounce your T's. What is Hermione's accent? Yeah, she's more, yeah, standard English. Not quite RP. Yeah, upper middle class. Just general, like, a lot of like the English accents are like quite southern. Like any distinct accent is from somewhere up north, really. Sort of Midlands up north. That's where you get the real variations, right? The southern accents are very just similar. Yeah, no, she's no way an RP. RP is received pronunciation, so that is like the royals. The oh yes. Let's have an afternoon tea, dear. But I feel like a lot of Americans, when they're doing an impression, they'll either do like the royals, like oh yes, 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 or they will do Dick Van Dyke, which is like the worst English accent ever, but iconic, and you love it. Like, all right, governor. I may need to tweak her a bit more. Right, what's my 12%? We're fine. All the royals. I'd love to hear what you will think about them. I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent to the royals. I think they're a nice sort of like figurehead in the country. I think it's nice. But I'm not like a big royal fan, or I'm definitely not a hater. I'm just indifferent. Right. Let's get beige, red and cinnamon. Mary Poppins. You think you should grow up in Oxford area? That feels about right. Like Oxford or like Sussex. Just southern. It would be nice if we could give them less money. Yeah. I think they're something that never will go away, and I don't think ever should go away for this country. I mean, they have literally like almost zero power. It's just kind of, it's just a staple. It would be weird not to have a royal family now. Like, they're so massive. Absolutely no chance that they'd struggle with an heir anytime soon. I feel like Prince Andrew needs to disappear. Yep. I cried when the Queen died, but I was also pregnant at the time. That's about it. Yeah, it was sad. I still don't see the king as the king. Like when people say, "Oh, the king and queen were here today," I hear the queen and I think of the queen. In my opinion, Camilla's the queen, but she's not the queen. And yes, there is a difference. She's just the queen. She was the queen for so long. I mean, yeah, she's all what we know, all what our parents know, and majority of what our grandparents know. Like almost everyone in the country, that's all they know, was the queen. Over, I think it was 62 years, her reign, which is absolutely insane. That will never be beaten. Not a chance. Had a banknote with a face on it. It was very strange. Yeah. Didn't Andrew get stripped of his title or something? Yeah, he's just Andrew now. I don't think most Americans think of Prince Andrew first and foremost when we think about the royals. I bet you hear about him in sort of the news and go, sorry, who? Who's Andrew? It's like, oh, one of the Queen's sons. And you're like, ah. But then, like, who? There we go, that kind of burgundy, deep red colour. As an American, I don't even think of Camilla as queen. She's King Charles's wife, yeah. You say the queen, it's Queen Liz. All other present queens are just a queen. Queen consort, not queen, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Whereas, I think when it comes to William and Kate, I'd be like, yes, she's the queen. I think they're great. I do like them. I think we know who he is because of the scandal. His name has been brought up recently because of Epstein. Yeah, that's why his name's in the news at the moment. With all the Epstein files. And it would be nice. I mean, boo-hoo, poor him. He loses out on his titles and whatnot, but it could be worse. He's in court and he's not. He could be in prison, but he's not. And like that's definitely the royal luxury that he has. Love William and Kate. Yeah, I think like everyone likes them, or most people do. Right, I do want to try and finish this page before my camera dies. It's at, I say camera, phone, it's at 10%. I don't have much to do at all. Like you should be prosecuted like everyone else. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Most Americans would think about Harry and Meghan, of course. Yeah. I think they just shot themselves in the foot. All the issues they've had is their own doing, or is mostly their own doing. And unfortunately, they can't really accept that. They chose to leave the royal family and haven't liked the repercussions from that. I just think you made that choice. You made the big scandal for yourselves. You made your bed, lie in it. I used to quite like him, but now I'm not as big a fan. Kate's pretty universally adored. She had a beautiful wedding dress. Oh yes, I do remember their wedding very, very fondly. I remember where I was, I remember how I was feeling. I remember I had terrible period pains. But it was a great day. Great time watching it at my grandma's. I think the royals is an interesting subject in the UK. I'm very indifferent about them. But I understand why people love them. I understand why people can't stand them and hate them and want them to go. I get all of that, and I accept and respect all of that. You're allowed to have your own viewpoints on everything. I remember when Diana died, I had put my TV on because I'd just woken up. I was not even a thought in my parents' brain yet, because that was 97 and I was born in 99. Because yes, I'm a baby. In the colouring community, I'm a baby. In real life, I am an adult, and have been for some time, but I am a baby. Right, bistre, I think is that one. Ivory. To go let the doggo out. If you're done before I come back, have a good night. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to be done in the next 5-10 minutes. Yeah, you too, Kimberlyn. Have a good night, lovely. Let's go with a cap at bottom on this as well. Ooh, throwing my pencils everywhere. To me, they are just part of the infrastructure and don't ever really think about them. Yeah. Every now and then you'll have a royal wedding, the royal baby, and it's all exciting, and then you forget about them again. I mean, Camilla popped up in a town that's not too far from me, which is a random town in Wiltshire. Which, yeah, very random. She was in Chippenham, which is a couple of towns over from me. And yeah, it's kind of crazy that she was here, getting a royal escort throughout the town. But she is from around-ish this area. Right, putting mauve and purple violet for the hat. And then that will be the page done. That's a bit of... Oh, sorry. I broke my pencil tip there. I'm amazed at how quickly you've done this page. Yeah. These pages do tend to go pretty quick for me. Like, the alcohol marker's doing most of the work for you, and there's only a couple of elements on this page in particular. Right, in terms of Matchstick Mouse pages, this is a really simple one. I want to slap all the conspiracy theorists that say Charles or the Queen got Diana killed. Yeah, I think that is ridiculous. Yeah. Do you really think a father or grandmother would do that to children? No. I think that, yeah, no. It was a terrible tragedy. And unfortunately, Diana didn't seem to get the respect from the royal family until after her death. And it took a tragic death for that to happen, which is sad. Page looks cute, thank you so much. Yeah, we do never know what happens behind closed doors. There's so much that goes on with the royal family that you will absolutely never understand. So I keep seeing clips online of Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, Prince Andrew's, or Andrew's, two children, having a heated argument, probably about his denouncement of titles. And I'm like, I think they're probably just two sisters having a conversation in public. I don't think it's as deep as like the media are making out. I don't think they'd be having those conversations out in public. Love to see a member of the royal family come out as LGBTQ. Yeah, that would be nice to see. I'm sure there will be amongst all the little ones. Nowadays, it's got to be someone. There probably is someone that we just don't know of them. Right, so there we go. There we go. There's my pink pen. The other brother is Prince Edward, isn't it? Yes, so the Queen's 4 children. Charles is the oldest. Then you have Princess Anne. And then Andrew, then Edward, I think it is. Margaret was the Queen's sister. Princess Margaret. Anne's her other child. I think I'll go over some of the lines to make it look fluffy. Grab these. There we go. Right, and I'm just going to add a bit of gold signo to the book. Media just likes to create an elephant out of an ant. It really does. It over dramatises a lot of things. I did really enjoy watching the series The Crown when that was on Netflix. I know it's a over dramatised version of events, but it's based in truth. And I like those sort of things. I like things based on true stories. And it allowed me to learn a lot more things about the royal family that I never knew. Right, sort of understanding these complex relationships and how backwards they were and how much they've changed in terms of like acceptance of people, which is great to see, and also kind of crazy thinking, okay, within people's lifetimes things have changed so much in the world in terms of what's accepted and what's not, like with accepting divorced people and not like ostracizing them from society. Things like Princess Anne is like towards the bottom of people in line for the throne, even though she's the second oldest of the Queen's children, because she was a girl, she was automatically at the bottom, but that has changed now. For when William and Kate had their children, they changed it so gender doesn't matter, it's just based on birth order. Love Princess Anne. She is honestly one of the best in the royal family. Like, I think one of the most down-to-earth you can probably get. I feel like she gives great advice. She's a great sister to Charles. Like, really funny. Very headstrong. Don't really know much about the royals. We aren't really taught about present day royalty at school, and I don't watch much TV. Yeah, I'll be honest, all of my knowledge on the royals is based off The Crown. And I loved it for that. And there was a lot of things I learned from it, and it's like, oh wow. Right, there we go, guys. That is me done for the evening. And that was with 6% of my battery left to go. So 2 pages completed this evening. Let me just get my electric erasers. There we go, for the pencil that I dropped. I was going to say badass. Yeah, badass. My uncle was at the Royal Garden Party in Edinburgh last year. Fancy. So yeah, 2 pages completed tonight. This one was mostly done, and then this one was super quick and easy. Bit of a red theme tonight. Unintentional, but I like how it went. Yeah, thank you everyone so much for joining. It was a really great stream. I did say about maybe talking about potential options for next week, but I will have a think, have a look. If I just decide on something, I could do an RJ in the new book, Winter Wonder. I'll put some options on my community tab, probably tomorrow, so keep an eye out for them. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I should see you on Friday if I haven't been consumed by a jigsaw puzzle again. Don't think so though. But yeah, look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye everyone, good night.